Aren't you tired of like you want to do a web series, right? You want to know how should I film a web series? What does it take? And I know you've watched thousands and thousands of clips of people saying this is how you film a web series and this is what you write and this is how you do it. And I filmed my first web series with this. My first web series is written like that. So, I mean, you just got to go and do it. I'll tell you more about it. Tap in. World's Strongest Hustler. This is how I filmed B.A.N.G TV. How I filmed my first web series journey. Tap in. Here we go. Now, if you like the content, subscribe, do all the special stuff that you got to do. Because I'm a simple guy. Listen, some of us, we try to go through things. We try to, we want to film. You want the best equipment. You want the greatest writing in the world. You want the best actors. But sometimes you just have to use what you have. And I know you've heard it before. Got to use what you have to get what you want. So what I did on my first web series, if you see it, I did it with a camera like this here. This is not the exact same camera I used. And I filmed my web series in about 2010. About 2010, 2011, I filmed my web series. So I'm going to show you how I made this with this. And then end up using this to film this later on down the line. American Butler, the foreigners,
This can't be all the money.
This is all the money, fam. This is it. That's all that fuck. So I'm gonna show you how I filmed the web series, how easy it is. It's not easy. I'm not gonna make it seem like it's super easy. Not an easy thing. But if you organize it the right way, some dedication, a couple of good programs, a good camera. It doesn't have to be the best camera. Just good. Have the idea. Have the people. You can have a web series too. Because we're going to get on more. I'm going to tell you more about it. Like, subscribe once again. This is my first video doing this. So just roll with me. But I'm going to show you how, what I went through the best way I can to show you, to tell you my journey and how I did my first web series and my new journey on how I started this up-to-date web series that I started that I didn't. It's almost finished. It's out there now. Go check it out. It should be on the page. And I just going to tell you my journey and how it went and dedication that I had. But started with a camera like this, right in my pocket. 2010. It's not funny. Now, one thing you really have to have is an idea. I think that's the hardest part of coming up with anything. You have to have the idea. I'm not saying the film process is easy, but the idea is the thing that you're trying to execute. So you have to come up with a synopsis. I'm not saying you have to write a script. I'm saying you have to write an idea or a synopsis of what you want your movie or web series to be about. Whether you're doing a short, whether you're doing a web series, you have to know what you're going to film about. You have to know that. If you don't know anything else, you have to know that. You don't have to have the script, you don't have to have the actors, but you do have to have a story. And this is my process of the way I write. It takes me a while sometimes because I'm continuing something I'm already writing. The process seems like it's going pretty fast, but it took me some time to write some of this stuff out. I mean, look, man, I'm like really going through it, trying to come up with an idea. And at the end of the idea, this is what I came up with. Doesn't look like a lot, right? Because it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, look at all that thinking. But sometimes just to make sure it's right, just make sure it connects. Because you want to make sure that anything that you write down, you're going to film and you're going to do. Now, another process is these, listen, these processes I'm taking you through are the main hardest parts. Writing it, writing a synopsis for it, right? Which means the idea of what you want to film about. Whether it's a documentary, whether it's a short, whether it's a web series, you just have to have an idea. This is going to be called this, and it's going to be about this. Now, with this same process though, which I don't want to make sure you don't get lost, is that you do write your characters in this process. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to give you an example. Let's say the movie's called All Purpose. I'm looking at my spray bottle. Let's say it's called All Purpose. Let's say it's called All Purpose, right? And it's starring Z and it's starring Genesis. And Z and Genesis are brother and sister. They're from outer space and they land on Earth. And when they get to Earth, they're learning about human beings and how they live. And they want to take what they learned from the human beings on Earth and bring it back to their planet. But they're having a hard time getting back, and slightly a little bit more. You know? No, but that's basically it. That's what a synopsis is. So you write down your synopsis and you say, this is what it's going to be about. This is the name of the characters. I mean, and after you get that main thing done, now there is still more writing to this process, because you might want to write out the scenes. You might want to write out more characters. You might want to write. So you're not actually writing a script. You're more writing a story. And you're going to take this story. So instead of writing the script and what they're going to say, you're writing a story about like I said, it could be a synopsis and you can go off of that. Now, the way I do it, because I kind of can freestyle, which another thing we'll talk about as far as writing scripts and lines for actors and not writing scripts and lines for actors and letting them improvise is something that I do. But we'll talk about that in the next clip. But if you want them to... if you have an idea of what they look like, what they sound like, you can write those things as well. So you're writing a story. You're not writing a whole script, a long script of pages and pages and pages. You're just writing a story with enough of your characters that you come up with and what they're about, their bios and stuff like that. So you can have a grand idea of what you want to do by the time you go in to the rest of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, that's mainly it. So listen, the next time we get on here, we're gonna talk about the process of getting actors into your movies and organizing a day, setting up spots to meet at, and we're also gonna talk about how I got into trying to even film my own web series. So hope you enjoyed this clip. I hope it gave you something. I know it's my first one. We're gonna have more with more information. This is my first one, so I hope you enjoy it. But I mean, it's really that simple. Get a camera, write it down, and just have fun. I'll be back next time with how to film a web series. KBJ, you enjoy your day. That's my name though.